Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and keep watching more details. 15 huge Coronation Street spoilers for next week. Next week on Coronation Street, Bernie confides in Dev over her big secret. Elsewhere, Nathan is attacked by an unknown culprit, and Simon feels let down by his family yet again. Here's a full collection of 15 big moments coming up. Bernie's strange behavior sparks suspicion when Gemma realizes her mom has been lying over her whereabouts. Gemma encourages Dev to find out what's going on. When Dev finally confronts Bernie, she opens up about how she had another son called Zodiac. Zodiac, or Zach for short, was taken into care and ultimately adopted. Zodiac would now be an adult using the new name of Christopher Green. Bernie is determined to find him so they can finally reunite after so many years apart. Bernie goes through her list of Christopher Greens as the search for her long-lost son continues. With only one possibility left, Bernie heads off to pay him a visit, but discovers that he died of cancer. A distraught Bernie turns to alcohol for comfort, fearing that she has missed her chance to get to know her son. Dee Dee is contacted by the Crown Prosecution Service with news about Lauren's phone messages. She then updates Carla and Nina about the potential clues and how they could affect Roy's case. Bethany overhears the conversation and soon sneaks her way into the solicitor's office to get her hands on Lauren's file. She's determined to prove that Nathan is connected to Lauren's disappearance. Bethany turns to Craig for some insider info over Nathan's alibi for the time of Lauren's disappearance. Craig explains that Nathan was with his girlfriend, who works in a nail bar in town. David, Sarah, and Gary all meet up to discuss the Nathan situation, worrying that his return to Weatherfield could ruin Bethany's life again. They're all fearful over how far Bethany might go with her attempts to prove that Nathan killed Lauren. Later, a hooded figure arrives on the building site where Nathan now works. The unknown person strikes Nathan over the head, knocking him unconscious. Speculation runs rife around Weatherfield following Nathan's attack. Shona notices a suspicious stain on David's jeans and wonders whether he could be responsible. Shona then investigates the tracking app on David's phone, which proves that he was at the building site when Nathan was attacked. David confirms that he witnessed the incident but wasn't responsible. David's explanation leaves Bethany worried that Daniel may have been the mystery attacker. Toya finds an online forum for former members of the Institute cult. She tries to show one particularly damning post to Leon, but it has already been taken down for legal reasons. Lean speaks to Rowan about the post, but he claims that it was written by a bitter ex-girlfriend who's trying to defame him. Rowan then distracts Leon with the news that he's been promoted to head of the Northwest Division and wants to give her an official tour of the Institute. Lean informs Simon that a man from the Institute, Jared, has offered to help him set up his food delivery app. Simon speaks to Jared and later reports back to his family that he'll have to borrow some money to pay for his services. Toya's fears grow as she worries that Simon could be next to be scammed by the Institute. Toya ramps up her detective work by tracking down Rowan's ex-girlfriend Una and arranging a meeting with her. Toya tells Una that her sister is involved with the Institute and she's worried the group could be dangerous. Will Una confirm Toya's worst fears? Lean decides to leave for a retreat with the Institute, despite protests from Toya that it's not a good idea. Simon gets upset when he finds out that his mom left without even saying goodbye. Simon skips work and gets drunk again. This leads to more poor choices from Simon as he throws up in Tim's cab and flees without paying the fare. George apologizes to Glenda for keeping her in the dark over Archie's lost will. He hands his sister £22,000 in the hope that it's a suitable compromise. Will Glenda agree to end their feud? Steve gets upset when he learns that Weatherfield County has commissioned a bust of Tommy Orpington to honor the legendary player. His new girlfriend Demi is confused, so Steve reluctantly explains how Tracy cheated on him with Tommy. Later in the week, Steve is hurt yet again when he spots pictures on Tracy's social media showing her in Spain, where she's having the time of her life with Tommy. Tim informs Sally that Demi works an estate agent in Hale Barnes. Keen to impress Steve's new girlfriend, Sally immediately lifts Tim and Steve's friendship van. Things only get better for Sally when Steve invites her and Tim to join them both for dinner. Kevin tells Abby that work has started to dry up at the garage. He approaches Max about setting up a new website for promotional purposes, but scoffs when Max asks for £1,000 to do the web design work. Later, Kevin browses the Weatherfield County chat forum and spots something that leaves him rattled. Paul is due to start using a feeding tube as his motor neurone disease is continuing to progress. He reflects on the change ahead as he has his last meal before getting the feeding tube fitted.